NERDSoul. Late ill kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. And what is up, my people? Today, you ain't gotta adjust that set. It's Monday, but we're gonna be talking about On Screen. This is a brand new episode, and it's right after the Super Bowl. You know, we gotta talk about them Super Bowl trailers. There was a whole gang of them, a lot of TV spots, a lot of like little teasers that were like 15 seconds or 10 seconds or whatever. We're not gonna get into those. We're gonna get more into the full trailers that we actually saw. We're gonna start off again with a trailer that this marketing campaign can seem to do no wrong for me, and that's the movie called Logan. This time we get to see a couple more shots of who seems to, I believe, be X-23, kind of getting into action, running with a whole group of girls. Also, a slightly extended shot of her and Wolverine in the woods fighting against the other nondescript bad guys. This trailer just seems to have stakes. Like this movie is gonna be real. Like every time I see it, Professor X looks like he's in danger. Wolverine looks like he's in danger. The girl looks like she looks like she doesn't really know where to turn. It just looks like this is shaping up to be a very weighty film in a very, very good way. So, yo, for this trailer, I gotta give it another thumbs up. The Amazing Grace kind of threw me because I wasn't expecting that, but I can live with it. It wasn't as strong as, I guess, of course the Johnny Cash joint and the previous song, but I think it'll roll. It really comes full circle, and I think this is a movie that people are really gonna come away with saying that not only is this just a dope comic book film, but this is just a dope movie in general. I think this might be a film that a lot of cats that are outside of genre stuff can get into and really get down on. So you guys, of course, jump down in the trailers. Let me know what you thought, because this is another home run hit for me. Like Logan, from the cast photos to the set photos to the production stills and stuff, I'm game for it all. So I'd like to see what y'all have to say, because this joint is on point. Anyway, next up, Fate of the Furious. Man, yo, Dom, he on his own stuff. He tripping. You got Jason Statham. You got The Rock. You got my man Kurt Russell and the rest of the gang, from Tyrese to my man Ludacris. And of course, Michelle Rodriguez saying, "We supposed to be family." Girl, look, you saw Charlize Theron. Yo, he moving on. He ain't worrying about all that. He got that no. Anyway, this trailer is dope, and it's also dope to see in this trailer the end or the completion of the stunt that they put out, I believe on Instagram a long time ago, where they showed the cars coming out of the parking deck. You got to now see kind of like the finished cut of that shot, and those cars flying around, because because they're real cars. You know what I'm saying? And F. Gary Gray seems to not only be leveling this up with just how crazy it is, but this is just, it's incredible. Fast and the Furious is that hotness. All right, don't sleep. This movie is about to blow y'all minds, because I can't even imagine like how I'd feel seeing this. Like if I was like 9, 12 years old or something, I'd be like flipping my lid for this joint. Like they're driving like Lamborghinis on ice, bruh. What else do you need? Anyway, a big shout out to F. Gary Gray stepping up from, of course, Straight Outta Compton to a movie like this that looks like it's going to continue to deliver what Fast and the Furious promises to deliver us. And I have to say that Fast and Furious is probably one of the last of the real action franchises. Like, it's not a comic book movie or anything like that, or based on a novel. It's just an action movie. And I love it, man. I love it. I'm eating it up. And I don't even think we've seen Helen Mirren yet. And I think she's supposed to be in this joint. So anyway, you guys jump down in the comments. Let me know what you thought. This joint is blowing me away. Can't wait to see it. I want you better go see this. If you're watching this, you need to see that, because we need to get together and talk because they're doing this crazy. So anyway, I'm loving Fast and the Furious. All the trailers is killing me. So we're going to go on and move on. And next up, your boy Jack Sparrow is coming back with that Pirates of the Caribbean. This time, it seems like Dead Man Tell No Tales. And this trailer that we get actually has me interested, and I really haven't cared about the franchise at all since the first movie. The first movie really blew me away. The rest of them I was just like, whatever, but I'm not a pirate guy. If you're a pirate guy, you're probably loving this stuff. But this trailer really turned me around, man. Just seeing like the ship like folding and like, you know, blowing into other ships and explosions, and the weird bird at the beginning is squawking, missing a half a leg, and it seems like Davy Jones is in a lot of trouble, and I don't know, man. I think this might be the last film, unless this thing makes like over $1 billion. Then I guess there will definitely be more. But it looks like they're kind of bringing this to a close with the Dead Man Tell No Tales, and to see everything go on in the trailer and hold Johnny Depp to the end, I think that was dope, because his Captain Jack Sparrow character can become a lot. I think he's better when he's peppered in as a spice, because he's very eccentric and he's very out there, and he can become a cartoon. And this is a movie where, from this trailer, it seems like you could really create this without him and have it just be dope on its own, without such a flamboyant character. But I'm interested to see what you guys are saying, because I think that the production quality is crazy. Jerry Bruckheimer always comes through. But this looks like it could be a very dope, you know, kind of like climactic close to this series and to this franchise. I doubt that they're going to close it if it makes mad money, but this thing looks dope, man. I'm interested to see what y'all say. So holla at me down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think, because I'm not super into pirates, but I could probably check this one out. So anyway, next up, we're gonna talk about Transformers: The Last Knight. And Transformers has, in my opinion, had its ups and downs, definitely. Shout out to John Roca, because I'm about to come right down your alley with this trailer. Blew me away. I'm on board. I don't know how the movie's gonna turn out, but this trailer it's gritty, man. You got like dirt flying and explosions, and it just seems like it's one of those trailers. It's another Michael Bay trailer where the dude just cuts hotness, man. Like the dude can cut like a minute 30 and get you hyped. But this movie, for me, the Transformers films have been up and down for me. Like, I like the first one and I like the third one, and this one, which is the fifth one, seems like it might be up my alley. I'm just kind of worried, because we know how Transformers has been treated in the past. It's not been my exact favorite, but I have enjoyed two of them. So for me, I had to say it's a 2 for 2. And in this one, it's dope because you get, you know, the narration. You got your boy Mark Wahlberg coming back, but most importantly is you get to see, I guess, what seems to be the government or the military in a different position than they were before. You get to see like these Ed 209 kind of like robots. Actually, one of them seemed to be sort of like Ghost in the Shell from the first film, the way it like moved and turned its head disc thing. But I'm definitely interested to see how they work with the Transformers, especially with a statement to Mark Wahlberg talking about, like, you know, where are they? You've been hiding them or something like that. So apparently the Transformers are still not exactly wanted on your planet Earth. And with, of course, your boy Optimus Prime coming back, and it doesn't seem like he's too much of a good guy, they might need those robots to help them out in the battle for, I guess you could say, food pyramid supremacy. But of course, we'll have to check that out when it drops. But I want to know what you guys think, because Transformers looks like it might be ratcheting it up again for some real hotness. Anyway, next up, we're gonna rock right through Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. There's nothing, you know how I feel about this project. You know how I feel about this project. You know how I feel about this franchise. You know how I feel about, I think it's very, I won't say it's my favorite Marvel film, but this Guardians of the Galaxy was highly entertaining. It's got a high replay value. It's very popcorn. It's just something that you can get in and press play and just have a fun time with. And I gotta give it its respect for that, man. Like, the movie's just fun. And it's not a movie that's trying to be fun. It just is. And you got a great host of characters. Everybody's back. You got Groot. You got Yondu, Star-Lord, Gamora, and they're even adding in like Mantis, even though every time I think about Mantis, I think about the TV show when my boy Carl Lumbly way back on Fox, and that was just dope. But anyway, you got Mantis in there. You get to see Nebula coming back. There's, the cast and the characters that made the first one dope are back again. It's very colorful. You get to see a lot of shots. Groot is having fun again. You get to see Drax just being so literal that he's funny once again. All the ingredients from the first one that seemed to hit so well are right back again. And I've got to say that for me, it spells success. I think this movie is going to be even better than the first. Especially technically, especially with statements from Chris Pratt, like this movie is technically the most like technologically advanced movie he's ever seen or something like that. So we're gonna be able to see if what he says is really true or if that was just some of that, actor speak. But it definitely looks like we're in tune for a heck of a lot of fun, especially with that huge gun that Gamora was holding. I can't see how she can hold it, but the girl got strength, so we'll see who she, puts to bed with that thing, because that gun is definitely not playing. So anyway, next up, we're moving right along with a little film called A Cure for Wellness. And the way this trailer starts out is kind of like one of those like infomercials about pharmacological products and stuff like that. And it's pretty cool, except for the fact that when they start going into the side effects, it's one of those side effects you might not want. And I believe one of the side effects were also death, but just what you get to see on screen shows that this is going to be one of those movies that I think are going to be very tight, very claustrophobic, and very weird and scary to a certain point. Now, it does look like one of those films that I probably check out on Netflix, but that does not mean that the quality isn't there. It just means that, yo, man, it's LA. Like, movies are like $15, $20. But what I see in this is like some guy that's apparently down in some rabbit hole in some kind of institution that I'm pretty sure he don't want to be in no more. And it kind of hits a lot of hallmarks of a kind of like thriller type film for me. Well, I think this is going to be an enjoyable joint, man. I want you guys to jump down in the comments, let me know what you think, because from the eels in the pool, in the bathtub, to like the dirty tiles, and it's all dark, and the people look weird. I don't know exactly what they're trying to cure, and I guess the trials of testing this cure seem to be very, very problematic, to say the least. So I want you guys going to holler at me in them comments and let me know if you're going to see Cure for Wellness, because if you are, I want you to let me know why I should go see it, because right now I'm still on the fence on whether I want to check it out or not. So anyway, of course, next up, we're talking John Wick 2. Chapter 2, with just bodies, bullets, and a very, very cool tie-in on like this Valentine's Day. We're going to go a shade darker or whatever. I thought that was very poignant. I thought it was very cool, very cheeky, and pretty funny too. And just to see like the guy that got hit with the car, just seeing Lawrence Fishburne and Keanu Reeves back together again, I really hope that there's some type of Matrix reference. And just seeing the carnage that this guy brings to screen. Keanu Reeves, look, man, you have found this is your perfect spot right here. Like John Wick, like I know you were Neo, but I feel like John Wick is like, dude, you are killing it as John Wick. Like the writing in the trailer, like the dialogue doesn't seem cheesy. The action is crazy. The way it's colored, the color grading, just this movie is like really, man. it's blowing my mind. Let me know if it's blowing your minds, because every single shot, every fight scene, the way he's throwing the guys, the way they're coming at him, as bloody and as worn as he looks, like this looks like a real action film that you can get your, sink your teeth into as an action film fan, like I am myself, and just be like, yo, this guy is not playing. Like, he's like, yo, look, I tried to retire, y'all wouldn't let me retire, so here I am. You know what I'm saying? And he don't seem to be playing. And of course, between him and Common in that one little quick scene where they're shooting at each other across the car, all I could think of is, this is dope. And I feel sorry for whoever's car that is. Because insurance ain't no joke. And I don't know how you even explain that to an insurance adjuster. Like, I woke up in the morning and there were like bullet holes in my car. I don't know. But anyway, next up, we talking about Life. That's right, not the movie with Martin and Eddie, even though that joint is classic and you haven't seen it, you need to go check that out. But this movie, Life, is with your boy Ryan Gosling and your boy Ryan, that's right, Ryan Mother Deadpool Reynolds. Anyway, they're going to space. They seem to find some type of life on Mars. They're retrieving a little a scouter or a little droid that just monitors whatever on Mars. They pick it up, it comes back, got like a single cell organism. The thing is starting to grow like crazy, and they run into a couple problems with how this organism is reacting with them. It's one of those situations when you go messing around with something and you bring it back, sometimes you need to have left it where it was, because it seems to take a brother's hand off, and it causes havoc all over the space station there's in. You see explosions, particle matter. They seem to be coming back into the atmosphere when they do not want to, and they might be letting this thing loose that just seems to be growing at an exponential rate. And I think it gives me a feel of the original Alien. It gives me a feel of like kind of like pieces, not all of it, but pieces of like The Blob, stuff like that, where it's like, wow, this is kind of a new take on kind of like going out there and messing with stuff, because they're in space, but it's not like a futuristic space movie. They're, wearing the normal spacesuits that we have now. So it's like, if this were to happen today in today's society, it's not like a future situation like Alien or something like that. So I'm very, very intrigued to see how this movie turns out. And hopefully the brother will make it through to the end, because Hollywood, I know how you do us. Anyway, next up, the season 2 trailer of Stranger Things has finally dropped. And man, it's so great to be back with these kids, man. It's so good to be back in this world. It's so good to see the weirdness that Stranger Things brings back on screen. I'm blown away. I truly am blown away just by the little cuts that we saw in this trailer. I loved the first season. Thought the first season was a lot of fun. It was really cool. Girl Winona Ryder, I don't know if she was acting perfectly or overacting, but the bottom line is I want her back, because after seeing her at the Golden Globes, we just need her back. Or was it the Golden Globes? Whatever it was. Anyway, season 2 seems to be picking up right where we left off, and apparently the Upside Down isn't done with our kids just yet. One of the best things that I like about this trailer is seeing the little kids in the Ghostbusters packs. It was so cool. And then there's a shot of like the outside, of a door, and there's storm and it's red and crazy. And you can see like the hair standing up on the kid's neck. And it brings that horror back to you. I hope it's eight episodes again, which I believe it is. Keep it nice and tight, and just kill it. Just bring it to us, because this trailer, if it's indicative of what we're about to get, and of course knowing what we got in season 1, I'm strapped in and ready to go. So anyway, you guys hop down in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking, because Stranger Things season 2 seems like it's about to be that hotness. Anyway, of course, next up, and last but not least, is Baywatch. Now, this trailer for the big game really hasn't switched up much more than we've already seen in the other trailer, but I've got to say that this isn't really, it's not hitting me like I want it to hit me. But of course, they may be trying to hold back their jokes for the actual film. It's The Rock, it's Zac Efron. Both of them guys are like very, very charismatic. So I feel like this film is worth giving a shot just because of those two. The part where he says go night night, you know that dude is definitely going night night. You got the gag in there for before about him saying, what do you mean you people? And then you got this new gag of him, pulling the tearaway shorts and wearing the little Speedos with the American flag. It was okay. It didn't really throw me over, but I'm waiting to see how the actual film translates because I feel like they might be holding a lot of their gags for the actual film. So of course, guys, man, before I gotta get out of here, I gotta tell you that, look, all these trailers that we got is enough for all of us to salivate over. Jump in them comments. Let me know what you think about like Logan, about Fast and Furious, Baywatch, Pirates, all of that stuff. And before we get out of here, I got to tell you to check out ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right, you can check me out and all of my videos from the latest and the greatest to the oldest and newest and all that stuff. AfterBuzz, Isaac, Popcorn Talk, Jedi Alliance, and then hit up shop.thatnerdsoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. And don't forget to get one for your playettes. Then you can jump back here, like, comment, and subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's the only way I can let people know that you like what you're seeing. And of course, before I bounce out of here, I gotta say, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Peace.